Yeah, Georgia's cutting our losses on it. Spy on his way up. I got it, Tony. Just wondering.
How you doing, Mike? Good to see you this morning. And you as well. 390 right now. Yeah, 5K isn't really on one time in the flare.
Bring that forward, 5,000.
Good morning! Good morning. Hope you're doing well today. And you too. It's another day of paradise. That's right. What I thought. I'm walking back to my job. We're doing about 50. One side. Feel the rumble of the Chickamauga Turn as they get ready to switch out and bring her back to the tracks.
5,000, whenever you get them, will probably work there.
All right. He's put the derail back up.
Double check.
And now they're going to get it ready to come back into TVRM at Grand Junction to start today's excursion. Throws the switch.
I'm on main to main on this 5,000. Yep, that, switching around. The dome, if it's neat, I can get down and
As they begin their reverse, they're at the yard limit. The Chickamauga Turn, engineered by Brian, on its way back into the yard as they will reverse back in front of Grand Junction, where they have a train load of people excited on this Labor Day weekend for their trip to historic Chickamauga, Georgia. There's the dining car. They're going to get some good food on that train. Makes me jealous. And good morning to Bo! Everybody, what do you think? Should we go up a little closer? I think it's a great idea. All right, y'all put your seatbelt on. Here we go.
spot.
Hang on as we get ready for our new spot.
Here.
Look at all the people here this morning. The old Central Georgia car. Look at everybody excited. I'll bet we got a full train today. Brian and Bo and everybody on board is gonna be busy.
£3.5, over 3.5. We're good, Jacob. There's a pod, over. Right. That bell line, over. Out. I got it down on full service.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum, one of my favorite spots on the planet. It's good to see each and every one of you on this holiday weekend, August 30th, 2025, live from Grand Junction Station here at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. And as you just saw, they hooked up the Southern 5000 that was restored here at the museum. One of just many pieces of rolling stock that's in full operation to this day here, thanks to all the hard work, coordination, and dedication of all the folks that have made this railroad museum one of the greatest places on the planet. Do not take my word for it. Come visit. We're not sponsored by TVRM. We are just very, very dedicated fans because my son and I have spent the last, 25 years here when he was just about that tall. So
5,000.
we're back this morning to watch the Chickamauga Turn. If you're not sure what Chickamauga is, it's Chickamauga, I think is the right word. Georgia, historic Chickamauga, Georgia, where the Gordon Lee Mansion is, the Gordon Lee Mill, the military park, so many things, Crawfish Springs down there. There's just a list of exciting things about Chickamauga that you should look up. Food on this train, service on this train, service with this staff. Everything beyond words. So anyhow, we're out rail fanning. Where to go next? Who knows? But right now, we are, as you can see, trackside at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum, in addition to the Norfolk Southern lines, Knoxville West End, double track, control point, Jersey. Signals right there for the outbound on the signal towers. Just up a tad, inbound. The DeBuck's Yard, second largest classification yard of its type. 5-6 miles that way, just around Missionary Ridge. When this train leaves today, they'll go through over 4 bridges and 1 football length long hand-dug tunnel through Missionary Ridge on their way. They'll continue on down past the zoo and all that area as they go down to 23rd Street, turn left to go through Rossville. So lots of places to catch this train today if you want to get pictures and look up the opportunities to ride on any of the many events here at Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. So let's just kind of sit back, enjoy the morning. We're going to do some rail fanning. Hopefully we'll catch a couple trains up on the Norfolk Southern lines. And I hear them doing a boarding call for those folks to get on. The yard full of display units. And I think that brings me up to date. And as I said, we are live right here, right now. So what you see is happening behind me. So let's listen to the scanner. We are on the TVRM channel along with the Norfolk Southern channel. Just down the way, about a half a mile or so, is the W&A CSX sub from Waxahachie down to Atlanta.
Good break. 3.5 pounds weekend.
So let's listen to the staff get ready as they begin their morning. And thanks for being with Casey and I here on Rail Moments. The Southern 5000. Hello, ain't right. How you feeling? morning, Dixieland. How is the Dixieland Rail fan today? Good to see you stop by this morning as the Chickamauga Turn Excursion gets ready today. Had to go get the cooler so we can fill it up for this ride. I believe this is a 6-hour ride from here to Chickamauga, Georgia and back, and they will spend time there. As you can see, the crowd is thinning out because they are so excited to get on board. There's some more folks. And up there, Norfolk Southern, Knoxville West End lines, double track. There are the signal towers for the outbound traffic leaving Chattanooga. We're about 6 miles, maybe 7 up the line. The Knoxville West End will catch up with the Atlanta North District line. And those trains leaving Chattanooga will either go north to Knoxville or south to Atlanta after they go through Dalton and Rome. So, and just down on the other side of TVRM, good decision, ain't right? Relax, enjoy your day, take it easy. No better plan than that for a holiday weekend. The excursion is due to depart at 10:15 Eastern Standard Time, and it is currently 10:10 a.m. here at Grand Junction. Grand Junction's that building right there on the other side of that tree. There used to be true trees there, but they cut one down. Makes me very, very sad. I sat many years under that other tree. But now the cameras have more view. So I guess we gave the tree up for you. Sad day when you lose the tree. It was a beautiful tree. Who knows how many thousands upon thousands of people sat underneath that tree in the shade, waiting on the train to come, be it the steam locomotive or one of the diesels, or just hanging out with their significant other. Famous Clover Colony car is behind us. One of many different pieces of rolling stock here at the Railroad Museum. And since it's about time to depart, we're going to go ahead and get rearranged just a little bit so you have a good view of them leaving. So, everybody, get that seatbelt on. We are going to move. All right, up you go. Let's get y'all back on the bubble. Up that way. Knoxville West End, double track, Norfolk Southern lines, where it has been kind of quiet this morning up there. Very, very unusual. But it is a holiday. And you all know what that means. A day off. Here comes our engineer, Brian. And the rest of the morning staff. Brian's been with the Railroad Museum over 25 years. I imagine some days those steps get a little tall. "117 days to Christmas." I know somebody on here is wondering. Dixieland Rail Van, what are your plans today? Trackside? Or are you riding the train today? Special shout out to you. Thanks for being with us here on Rail Moments. Robert, if you're on today, we are wondering how you're doing. You've been awful quiet this week. I'm guessing that they're working you hard there at the facility. Good morning, Tara. Good morning, Q1, Q2, Mama Bear and Kid Outdoor. Dixieland Rail Van. I love holidays. Chuck takes over the office, makes sure everything is secure, and we come hang out with you guys. Here's a look back into the yard. Some of the pieces that are here, all functional. There's the 98 car. Boys, there are a lot of memories there. Clover Colony Pullman car. As the camera says, look at all these different angles. So, who has what? Oh, we got likes.
Did you want to just doing a phone call with CT? We'll swap over to the channel and then obviously for you to go.
I have a good set for when they pass here. I'll make sure we're panned out enough so we can get everybody's in the picture. All right, I think that'll do. What do y'all think? We look pretty good on y'all's end. And then we'll follow them westbound on train 300, I think is the number on this train. Getting some last minute pictures before they leave. Norfolk Southern tracks there in the background. Modern meets historic. As we get ready for our departure. Let's listen.
Bridge is clear, ready to proceed.
Everybody's waving goodbye because they are all excited as they make their way down across the 4 bridges and through one hand-dug tunnel on their way to Chickamauga. There goes the Emporium car, and there's more folks just waving away because they are excited. The Royal Palm Silver Turret, the Southern dining car, first class accommodations there in the Chesapeake and Ohio.
Thank you, Mr. Andrews. We'll see you this afternoon. Trip over now.
Dixieland, you can never say it enough times. When something's cool and it's a thought back to the past and to see what all the work the folks from TVRM have achieved to keep this rolling stock going. And as Dixieland Railfan pointed out, something so cool about a high hood GP38 in the Southern colors. For those of you that were about back in those years, that'd be a trip down memory lane. For those of you whose dads and grandpas took you trackside, that's what you would have seen just down the street in the DeBuck's Yard, named after Mr. DeBuck's If I remember right, his first name was Harry, but don't quote me. But if it wasn't, somebody correct me. That's what I got you guys for. And if you look at our video about the Southern, there's an overview of the entire DeBuck's Yard from one end to the other, and it lands there at Coffey's Cliff, a famous spot, yet not officially a geographical location, yet it has a geographical location name. And that cliff is named after a very incredible guy, Scott Coffey. If you've never met Scott when you're up there, make sure you say hi to him. How will you know it's him? He's the really cool guy in the silver car. Heading to the blacktop, are you, Dixieland Rail fan? Well, have a fantastic day trackside. Catch up with us. I'm not sure where we're going next. The scanner has been super quiet. We're going to pick up some breakfast at Track's End. And then we are going to go somewhere once we find somewhere to be. Brian, if you're on, have a safe trip to Arkansas this morning. Jesse, make sure you get that homework done this morning before you go trackside. Everybody, let's have a fantastic day. We are going to stay live so we can watch for the Missionary Ridge Local to return. Locomotive, diesel locomotive 710 pulling that locomotive this morning. Usually we film them going out in the morning and then leave. Today we decided to do a little bit in reverse. Film it coming in after the Chickamauga Turn left. And as you all know, as you all read, just in case you are not watching, as the messages pop up, Dixieland Rail fan pointed out a favorite, the Southern 5000, as you just saw on train 300 leaving past the yard limit. The Southern Railway 5000 was built in 1972, and it was the first of 257 GP 38-2 locomotives purchased by the Southern Railway, and it produces 2,000 horsepower. And unlike other railroads, the Southern Railway had all 257 of these locomotives built with high short hoods. So as you saw the notes from Dixieland, that's what he was talking about. They had high short hoods rather than the factory default low short hoods. And to get that locomotive, according to TVRM, they traded another GP 38-2, the Southern Railway 5033, to acquire the 5000 in 2016. And that locomotive, Southern 5000, in operation today, right here, painted back to its original Southern Railway paint scheme it wore when new. Don't forget, Founders Day is coming up. Check it out on the website for TVRM. See all the events going on for those of you who are photographers. I think it's the next weekend, 2025, the first weekend in September. Founders Day will be here. There's an incredibly cool night shoot that they're going to do. So don't miss that event. Anybody else going trackside? Let us know. RJC 2620, 50th Anniversary Edition, up in Lebanon, Tennessee, at the yard. Illinois Terminal, for those of you who didn't get to see it last night, on its way to Florida on 29F, that priority train. And that's about all anybody has reported this morning. So it must be kind of a quiet day over here and over there. Like I said, we do have the scanner on. I think while we're here, we'll go ahead and turn the bird cam on as well, see what we hear there. For those of you not familiar with what the bird cam is, it is located in the Audubon Acres Bird Sanctuary, a gazillion acres set aside. Also the origin point for the Trail of Tears. If you've not visited there, make sure you do when you're in Chattanooga. Incredibly historic site there. And that cam is 24/7. However, since it is in a sanctuary, there are no lights. Don't want to keep the birds up at night. So when a train goes through, it lights up everything. If there's a storm and there's lightning, whoo! What a picture show. It has a vantage point overlooking a valley, the CSX WNA subline, and it is just beautiful. All right. We have the bird cam up. It is subject to play a commercial at any time. So, but it does pick up the NS traffic here in the area, the CSX traffic here in the area, defect detectors, etc. So we'll kind of hear if there's anything going on. And if y'all didn't know it, today is Casey's birthday. So happy birthday, Casey, from all of us. As we await the Missionary Ridge Local. It's kind of empty now. After all those cars left, all this section was full. And there's production 6 over by the pole. Production 6 got its name by being the 6th unit that we used in production transportation for Rail Moments. Right on the other side of that tree, there's a railroad trestle where CSX, on the siding line that goes back to the Volkswagen plant, you'll see rail cars going underneath there. Sometimes at night you'll hear it. You see all this light, but you never see a locomotive because the light in that train goes right on the other side of the NS line. There's our signal towers for the outbound traffic on the Knoxville West End lines. And zeroing in, sun is a little bit in your eyes, but zeroing in down there, signal towers right there for the traffic coming into Chattanooga. On the other side of this little hut, there's the roof of Grand Junction. And the walkway up to Grand Junction, where folks are arriving for the next Missionary Ridge Local. An hour-plus ride to East Chattanooga and back, where they go down and turn the locomotive on the functional turntable, just like they do in our Somerville videos. And at this end, to turn that train, they used the Y, W-Y-E. And it's basically a great big huge 3-point turn for a whole train. Just like you do with your car when you're lost and won't admit it, and the wife says, hey, turn around. You're upset about being lost, so you just decide to turn around right there. Hard left, back it up with a hard right, and then forward and back the other direction with a hard left. And that is how we turn when we're lost and don't want to admit it. The old red caboose down there, up in front of the Clover Colony. One of the cars here, Marilyn Monroe, you shot some scenes in. So there's just all kinds of history here at TVRM. As we talk about, if you want, you can actually help on the trains here. They love volunteers. It's what made this Railroad Museum what it is today. All right, shouldn't be too long for the Missionary Ridge Local makes its way back. So let's go ahead and get tuned in, focused in, and ready. There on the GW Tower sign. Where 710 will be leading our train back into Grand Junction for the next exciting trip to East Chattanooga, where you will see the Soule, S-O-U-L-E, named after Robert Soule. Put his soul in, him and Mrs. Soule and their daughter all helped make TVRM what it is today. Mr. and Mrs. Lamb, another thought back in time. Just a lot of fantastic people made this all possible today. All right, let's listen for the horn on 710. In the meantime, relax, enjoy listening to the Bergs, and if we get a train on NS, we'll swing her around to the Knoxville West End track and catch that train headed in or out of Chattanooga this morning. Scanners on, 2 of them, so we can hear what's going on. So let's sit back and listen for 710 headed back to Grand Junction.
part of Black Friday, I'm going to do an amazing deal on our new Rocket 12 LED.
Oh, there's one of those commercials I told you all would pop up and play. And they're trying to sell you something there. Like I said, I do have the scanner on the bird cam on so we can hear some of the activity in the area, which, as you hear, is very, very quiet. Matter of fact, if y'all would, we can do something funsy. We can go take a walk up at the other end and film 710 coming in to a different spot than normal. So come on, you guys, let's go take a little field trip. Oh, sorry there for all the jiggles. Our new spot, 710, will come right around that corner. Towards us when he gets here. The old signal light, the lights up on the top. And there is the track we were talking about. The CSX goes under the NS. And that goes back to Volkswagen plant. Not unusual to see empty rail cars getting pushed back there. So like I said, at night, if you watch the TVRM camera, you'll hear a horn, you'll hear the locomotive, but you will not see it. And that's why he goes on the other side of the NS track. Got some bugs hanging out with us. Let's see if I can bring those up here. There the little fellas are working down there. Not sure what kind, but not getting close enough in case they're wasps of some family fashion. I don't want to wake them all up. As you see, they fly. That means they can chase. And if they can chase, that means I'm out. Nothing good about making Mother Nature mad when it's in the form of a wasp. The peaceful morning sounds of TVRM. There's a look back at the NS line to your left and Grand Junction to your right. A bungalow over there for Jersey Control Point. And the signal tower, signal bridge. 3/6 tracks right there because there's a siding where you'll see them work very frequently if you come here and visit. Whoops, sorry I didn't pan y'all out. Got so excited there.
Just leaving your own, it's Grand Junction East.
Hi, Tony. Good morning.
About 3 months.
That is the Missionary Ridge Local returning. Let's listen to him spot.
572.
Well, everybody, what a fun morning. What a great morning. What a fantastic way to start the Labor Day weekend off right here, trackside at Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. Happy birthday to Casey, if y'all see him on, or tomorrow when we're on the live from the studio. As I watch that wasp. He decided to go the other way. Him and I had a little chat. Don't forget, catch of the week, y'all. Anything train related that you've seen this week? Locomotive, artistic shots, favorite shot of the day, favorite catch of the day, be it an old depot or an old caboose or something rolling or incredible wave from a train, you name it. Take a look back at some of our trackside or our Sunday Night Live from the studio. And then on Monday, Casey makes a short where thousands and thousands of people have viewed on our short our picks of the week. So, we're off to breakfast, as we said earlier. And then, back trackside somewhere. So everybody, make sure you participate in Catch of the Week. Make sure you have fun this holiday. And you've worked hard, go spoil yourself. Be it the hobby store, your favorite restaurant, or just that lunch of the day that you want. Do something awesome today and make this Labor Day a special day for you and everyone you love. So from Casey and I, on his birthday in 2025, August 30th, we shall leave the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum, where they are now making the boarding call for the next trip. And our folks at the Chickamauga Turn, they're making their way down Hulk's Claw and over to 23rd Street, where they'll make the turn and go down into Rossville, and they'll wave at John as they go by his house. All right, everybody, see y'all at the next crossing. Thanks, you guys. Next crossing, here we come after breakfast. Tony, we're going to be over in Cow in a couple weeks. We'll talk more later. See y'all.